Hello children, how are you all? Hope everyone is fine at home, and I'm pleased to welcome you all to Maths session, and this is the first session for term 2. Are you all eagerly waiting for Maths class? Yes children, as usual, every day we used to begin with a thought, but today it's not a thought, it's like a thought. Okay, the thing is, beauty without expression is boring. Beauty without expression is boring. Today I would like to give a stress over the word expression. Everyone is beautiful in this world. And that beauty is only because of expression we show upon. And we would have come across some statements like, you are beautiful even while you cry. You are beautiful even when you are angry. Isn't it? So expression gives the beauty in us. So today, what's the chapter? Yes, algebraic expressions and identities. I don't know which expression your face is giving now with this title. Expression is something which gives an idea or which shows the outcome of our feel. Isn't it, children? In English, we used to express in the form of sentence, questions, exclamatory sentence. Different kinds of sentences are there. So I can say this expression is a word which can be related to the word statements, questions, exclamatory sentence, a sentence. In general, I can say expressions are related to sentence. Sentences are of different categories in English, as I have said you. Isn't it, children? So, when it comes to maths, what are the types of expressions we have learned so far? Yes, we have come across arithmetic or numerical expression. A number or combination of numbers connected by at least one of the arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiplication and division, is known as an arithmetic expression or numerical expression. Here are few examples listed here. It is not always necessary that everything should be a whole number. In chapter 1, we came across very big expressions with so many braces where we used BODMAS rule. Hope you remember all those expressions. Those are all expressions only with numbers. So it is called as numerical expression. Is it clear, my dear children? So now we are going to see about what is algebraic expression. It is very clear. We started with the word algebra in class 6. Now you are in class 8. I believe you don't need much introduction to these words. It's a combination of numbers and variables connected by arithmetic operator is known as an algebraic expression. Here are a few examples. X plus 3, 2y plus 6, 7z minus 3 by 9. In the same expression, you can also have many variables too. Isn't it? Likewise, yes, you can have x squared plus y squared plus 2xy. Here we have two variables and the power is also raised to 2. This is also an algebraic expression. It is not always compulsory we should have only one variable. You can have any number of variables and any number of terms. And we will discuss what are the concepts we are going to recall today. Yes, the first thing is about variable. A word variable means something that can vary, that is whose value can be changed. A variable can be represented by alphabet, small x, small y, small z. We use only small letters to represent a variable. It can take any real values. Real values comprises of all kinds of numbers, natural, whole, rational, irrational, everything together. And variables also have another name called literals. What is another name for variables? Literals. This is the first time we are learning this new word, literals. Is it clear? Now next word is about constant. The word constant means something that is fixed, whose value cannot be changed. Examples are also being listed. All these things are just recap for this chapter. And number line and expression. How do we relate this expression with the number line? And this is something new that you are going to learn today. And here is an expression x plus 5. X plus 5. If I start with representing x in number line, I draw a number line from 0. From 0 to the variable x, I have it as x. Okay. Then from x, I plot another point P, which is at 5 units of distance. So P is nothing but 5. Not 5, x plus 5. What is P now? I'm moving 5 units from the position of x. This x is at a distance of x units from 0. So this P is nothing but x plus 5. So we can represent even expressions in number line. So far we were representing, started from natural numbers in number line, whole numbers in number line, integers on a number line, then rational numbers on a number line, and now we are representing algebraic expressions on number line. Can you think about if I have an expression like this? Yes, 2x plus 5. Can I draw number line for this expression? Yes, we can do. Here is an example for the expression x minus 4. But here we move towards left and not towards right. If it is positive, we move towards right, and if it is negative, we move towards left. The same basic concepts. Okay, now let us see how we go in for 2x plus 5 or 4x plus 5. Here the example given is 4x plus 5. Starting from O, this is nothing but 0. I move x units to the position S. X, this is variable x, and this x can be anything. Always it may not be 1 or 2. It can be any number. And with the same measurement, how many jumps should I make? I should make 4 jumps because it is 4x plus 5. Isn't it? I should have 4x. So this x is repeated 4 times. This x. And what is the distance between x and a now? Again it is x. A and b. The distance between a and b is x. B and c. Again the distance between b and c is x. So 4x has been taken at the position C. See, this is a variable. Hope you understood. Now, after reaching C, he has to move 5 units. So, distance between C and D is 5 units. So, the position D is nothing but the expression 4x plus 5. So, you can draw number line for expression, algebraic expression. Is it clear? Okay, children. Now, the next thing is about term. Even this we have learnt in class 7. A term is a constant or variable or a combination of constant and variables. So, it should be an independent constant or a variable, or it can be a combination of both. Here are the example. And if I ask you x plus y plus z, it's a combination of variable and number 2. Is it a term? Is this whole thing a term? No. Here I have used the operator plus. Here in the definition they have stated that combination of constant and variables either in the form of product or quotient. Okay. So this is not one full term. This is an expression. It's an expression with 3 variables. Is it clear? So if I have x, y divided by z, then I can say this as a whole term, one term. Okay, here they have stated. See, division. Here what operation is there between every variable? We have multiplication. Okay, everywhere we have multiplication. Only with the product and division we will have one term. Is it clear? The next thing is, in each and every expression we are going to discuss 4 words. Expression are formed of terms. Terms consist of factors. Factors consist of coefficients. See here is an example. 4x plus 5. Imagine it's like a bar or wooden log. Every expression can be broken into terms wherever we have plus or minus. Okay. So we have one term, two terms. This again, one term has factors. It is made up of factors. What are the factors we have? 4 is a factor and x is a factor. Here how many factors do I have? Only one factor. Okay. Or I can say 1 into 5. So 1 and 5. 1 is a factor for all numbers, isn't it? So we can have like this. Is it clear? Now the next word is about coefficient. The numerical value is called the coefficient of that term. For every term we can find the numerical coefficient. What is the numerical coefficient for x squared? I have no number here. What does it mean? Yes, we have 1x squared. So numerical coefficient for x squared here is 1. Is it clear? Now we have different types of expression. Monomial, binomial, trinomial and polynomial. If that expression has only one term, we call it as monomial. Here ny, only one term. 7z is another monomial. Minus x by 3 is another monomial. Here in this expression is broken in the position of plus or minus. So we have 2 terms. If we have 2 terms, it is called as binomial. Here in this expression, I can cut this log in the places of plus and minus. So how many terms I have? 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 terms here. So we call it as trinomial. And beyond this, if we have 4 terms, we call it as polynomial. In general, I can say binomial, trinomial also as polynomial. Is it clear, my dear children? Poly in the sense many. So it is a polynomial. And the next thing is about like and unlike terms. Like terms are the terms that have the same variables and powers. Here unlike terms are 2 or more terms that are not like terms. Which is not like term, then we call it as unlike term. Very simple thing. Okay, here are a few examples that we are going to discuss today. Classify the following polynomials as monomial, binomial and trinomial. Very simple thing. How many terms do I have? Will you split here? As I said now, wherever we have plus and minus. Here. So this is one full term. So we have only 2 terms. So it is called as binomial. What about here? If I cut this log in the places of plus and minus, I have 1, 2, 3 term. So it is called as trinomial. What about the last term? Yes, it is also trinomial. And will you say, I will make it clear here, x, y, z plus 3x plus 5z. Here will you split this again into 3 terms? No, it's fully is one single term. So this is 1, 2, 3. So it is called as trinomial. Is it clear, my dear children? So let us continue the rest in next video.